What's good, y'all? My name is Gabriel. I'm back with another reaction. This is by Future Cano. It says, testing my subscribers' struggle meals. I'm not gonna lie, you guys can see it over here in the thumbnail. He's pouring Nutella on a Taki, so I'm not sure if that's just for the thumbnail, if that's a real thing. If that's a real thing, them niggas is really struggling or something. And that's some nasty shit. But anyways, let's get right into the video.
As the title suggests, this is another episode of Struggle Meals. It's always...
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Link for this video will be down in the description. If you guys like it, make sure you guys go check out Future Cano's channel and leave a like, comment, and subscribe for him, and do the same for me. I'm sure that we will both, well, I know I would appreciate it. I'm sure he would also appreciate it as well. Let's get into the video.
It's good to keep struggle meal recipes around because you never know when life is gonna kick you in the crotch, give you a wedgie, and spit on your face. Over the past few weeks, I received a lot of recipes from all of you. Today, we'll make them, try them, and rate them 1 through 10. I divided the recipes up into 4 categories: rice, instant foods, pizza, and murder attempts. These are recipes that seem so weird that I can't really tell if it will change my life for the better or you're just trying to kill me. First recipe is called mug pizza from Teen Artist. We're using my annoying roommate's mug that says no coffee, no talkie. He thinks he's quirky, but we're just lame. 4 tablespoons of flour, 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking powder, and a 1/16 teaspoon of baking soda. Who measures like that? We'll also add some salt, mix all the white ingredients, we'll move on to the wet ingredients, which is just milk that I got for myself and some olive oil. Turn that into...
No cap though, some of these look good. I might have to, make a video of me trying them sometime in the future.
Paste. We'll top it with whatever we like. Obviously, we're gonna go with a lot of never-ending raclette. Finally, we'll just throw it into the microwave for 1.5 minutes. Do you think my microwave's clean? Here it is, the mug pizza. Smells better than it looks, but let's give it a taste and rate it 1 through 10.
You use no sauce?
Tastes kind of like an overly moist biscuit or a really savory cake. The cheese definitely saves the day. As a struggle meal, it's a solid 6 out of 10. The tortilla crust is a little unstable, so we're gonna stack them up. And our first step is to put them in the oven to get crispy. And to make it more authentic, we'll top it off with tomato puree and never-ending raclette, just like how Ashley White's Nana used to do it, and then back into the 400-degree oven for about 8 minutes. My annoying roommate's watching TV, so there's a lot of background noises, but trust me, this thing is really crunchy. This actually looks like one of those flatbread pizza they sell at Domino's. Just tastes like a low-end frozen pizza, definitely cheaper, so on a struggle meal scale, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
I would eat that.
As I'm pulling out the other half wheel of raclette, I noticed something horrible happen. Then I started thinking, raclette's already fermented and covered in mold, so more shouldn't hurt, right? We'll just cut it off and use it for this recipe, and whatever happens to me after the video, I'll keep you guys updated. If I stop posting for a while, you wouldn't be surprised. We also need some kimchi and corn. Raymond also asked for I give us a chance to QP mayo, but since we already have the raclette, I'm gonna skip it, because if the never-ending raclette and the I give us a chance to QP mayo is ever in the same bowl, the universe will explode. We'll put another tortilla on top and sear both sides on medium-low heat for 3 minutes. This is the best looking one so far. I have high hopes for it.
I don't know, bro.
Cheese nicely melted. Let's give it a taste. The acidity from the kimchi and the fatty...
I don't know, bro. Like, corn is good, but corn and kimchi together? Kimchi's good too, but...
of the cheese has a nice contrast going on. My only complaint is the lack of protein, but it's a struggle meal. It tastes amazing, but it's not that easy to make, so I'll give it an 8.5. Moving on to the instant food segment. Nothing screams struggling more than canned beans and ramen noodles, so we're gonna put them together and make it into a burrito. Look Egg also asked for cheddar cheese and dry parsley. I'm gonna skip those. I'll just microwave some Taco Bell refried beans, cut up some pepper, and pretty much all of the flavor in this burrito come from my favorite ramen, Indomie. I should make a dedicated video for it. We'll go a layer of beans, pepper, and noodles. Roll it up. I've been seeing a lot of comments lately accusing me of being obsessed with cross sections. My response to that is, you're right. And this one is...
No cap, that might be good. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, I would eat that. That shit looks kind of fire.
Looking pretty good. The refried beans gets kind of creamy intertwined between the noodles. Creates a pretty interesting texture. And the pepper has the freshness that I desperately needed. But I'd rather eat Indomie on its own, so I'll give it a 5.5 out of 10. This one scares me a little bit. Our boy Amir calls it soy oats. You're right, it sounds exactly like what it is. It starts off normal. To some oats, we'll add some water, boil till creamy. Now it gets weird. Amir wants me to put broth powder and some sunny side up eggs. When he mentioned sunny side up eggs, he added he trusts me. That's a reference to my streak of not being able to cook a single egg properly. I'm sorry to tell you, Amir, you underestimated my laziness, because I'm about to replace both the broth powder and eggs with miso paste. I understand where you're going. It's just a savory oats, so I think it'll do. Finally, some soy sauce, stir that together, and we're done.
Nah,
Here's
hell
what I
no.
call the healthy lunch for a Japanese horse. So when it first entered my mouth, I kind of wanted to spit it out, but the more I chew it, the more I realize it's really flavorful, and maybe
Hell no.
oats is supposed to be savory. It reminds me of one of those Chinese porridge thing that they serve at Cantonese restaurants. Better than I expected, but I'm not gonna take a second bite. 7.5 out of 10. This one is said to be a traditional family recipe called the milk soup. It's ironic how it's a family recipe, but my dad's still not back with the milk. While the milk is coming to a simmer, we'll add some sugar, and I don't know what these noodles are, so I'll go with the ramen noodles. It's all noodles, they should be similar.
Nah, bro, I don't know about this one. I don't even drink normal milk anymore.
Once the noodles are cooked, it's ready to consume.
milk.
It's just hot milk and sugar and instant noodles with nothing
don't eat
else,
that,
no
bro.
seasoning. And I'm gonna taste it and rate it
Don't eat
1
that.
through 10. I'm gonna put this in my mouth.
You did not have to say that like that.
Now back to the small pot, we'll spray in some oil and put it on high heat, starting with scrambling some eggs. And when the eggs are cooked, we'll put in some diced tomatoes. I just dice them really fine. We'll season it with soy sauce and water, and again coming with a whole packet of Indomie. I feel like with this, we're exiting the realm of struggle meals, so it's okay to go above and beyond with this one.
That might be fire. No, that might be fire.
Cheese pull and tomato sauce. This is like if you had lasagna for dinner and threw it up later that night. So let's give it a taste and rate it 1 through 10.
Me personally, I feel like it's a little bit too much tomato sauce, but that should look fire.
I've just been a big fan of the tomato and egg combo, so coming into it, I knew it was gonna be decent. It's kind of like shakshuka or that Chinese dish. We just added a whole packet of Indomie into it. Even though it tastes great, I'm gonna give it a 6.9 because it has.
If he made all of these in one day, I don't know if he did. I would assume he didn't. But if he did make all of these in one day, I know his asshole is on fire, bro.
Too many steps. This is an important category because I just learned that 20% of all calories consumed by human beings on Earth is in the form of rice. That means 1 in every 5 calories. No wonder why egg fried rice can become its own niche on YouTube. Our first recipe is from bechamel sauce. Is this short for bechamel sauce? He calls it vomit rice. Yum. Starting with dried seaweed, I'm gonna cut up some of these old sushi nori into a pot, then some instant noodle seasoning, obviously Indomie again, a third of water, of a cup or of the pot. Put it on the stove to simmer and stream in an egg. Kinda similar to the technique from egg drop soup. The smell of the seaweed and egg combined is really coming through, like a polluted beach with sulfur. After 30 seconds of stirring, we will add the rice and let it sit for 45 seconds before pouring it out. Not gonna lie, bechamel sauce nailed it with the name. The only difference between this and vomit is the reflective
That shit looks gross, but it might be fire.
acidity. Let's give it a taste and rate it 1 through 10.
I would eat it.
Tastes like the combination of a seaweed miso soup and porridge, so things I don't enjoy. But the ramen seasoning packet really saved it. I think this only tastes good if you're cold and starving. 7.2 out of 10. The next rice recipe also has a great name. Anna calls it the fake risotto. I can already feel Italian hands coming on my face just by deciding to make this dish. All we need to do is combine cooked rice, cream cheese, mozzarella, she meant never-ending raclette, oregano, and ketchup. We'll mix everything together and put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. Honestly, I think the name of the previous dish is more fitting here. Maybe I should post this on Instagram and tell everybody it's risotto. Nah, I don't want to be dealing with mean comments today. It seems really thick and sounds like a good mac and cheese. A lot of tiny cheese pulls going on here. It does have the consistency of risotto, but the overall flavors reminds me of Wegmans sushi rolls. I'm a fan of cheesy rice, so I'll give it an 8.6 out of 10. I know it doesn't look good, but it tastes decent. You can add some protein in it and it's a complete meal. Now to the land of diabolical ideas, murder attempts. Surprisingly, these are the simplest dishes of the day. Starting with the OJ goldfish cereal. Yup, it's exactly how it sounds. So the normal cereal procedure.
Oh
Believe me
hell
when I
nah.
tell you, there's no
Oh
goldfish in
hell
my
nah.
local grocery store. So once we pour the juice, cheesy
Oh
fish will be
hell nah.
replaced by the extra toasty square with a hole in it. This is like the medicine for
Bro, this reminds me when I was younger. So my nephew Sincere, and he doesn't remember this. I asked him about it before, but I remember this clear as day. We didn't have no milk in the house because I'm not gonna lie, growing up, we was poor as hell. But anyway, we didn't have no milk in the house, and he wanted some cereal. He asked me to make him some cereal, so I told him I was like, we don't got no milk. He looked at me in my eye and said, use Kool-Aid, and it was red Kool-Aid. I don't remember what cereal it was. I was like, I'm looking at him. I'm like, are you sure? And he like, yeah, dead serious. I'm like, all right. I do it for him. And keep in mind, I'm in elementary school at the time, so like me now, I'm like, nah, bruh. Don't do that. But like back then, I was like, all right. So anyway, I did it. He ate all of it. It was actually crazy.
or calcium deficiency or a sign of mental instability. So let's
Don't do
try
that
it
to
out.
yourself.
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I'm digging this a lot. Normally when I eat Cheez-Its, it's always too dry. My throat is extremely experienced with swallowing, but they still manage to give me
Hell nah.
salty surprises sometimes. So with the moisture from the
Hell
OJ,
nah.
it balances it out. I guess cheese and fruit has always been a good combo. 8.3 out of 10.
Hold on, bruh. What did he just say?
Swallowing, but they still manage to give me. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I'm digging this a lot. Normally when I eat Cheez-Its, it's always too dry. My throat is extremely experienced with swallowing, but they still manage
What do you mean by that?
to give me salty surprises sometimes. So with the moisture from the OJ, it balances it out. I guess cheese and fruit has always been a good combo. 8.3 out of 10.
That's nasty as fuck, bro. I'm not eating
Aya
that.
claims this is a Filipino classic, the Milo over rice. I have no idea what Milo is. Personally, I'm more of a fan of Ovaltine because it's British and Milo is Canadian. Considering Maltesers are my favorite candy, I'm sure this wouldn't be that bad. We just put a couple scoops of Milo powder on top of cooked rice and eat it just like this.
Oh hell nah.
Well, it's definitely not bad, but it's not good either. I'll give it a neutral score of 4 out of 10. I feel like I just wasted my jaw energy. Majabin gave us 2 recipes. I'm only gonna make the first one, which starts with an egg in a mug. Seems to be a theme of this episode. A little bit of sugar and 2 teaspoons of powdered milk. Gonna go with Milo. Is Milo milk? Mix it all together and put it in the microwave for a minute. When it's done, I'm a little bit confused by its looks. So jiggly.
Bro, do not eat
Doesn't
that.
feel like something you should be putting into your mouth, but it's basically a sweetened egg with a little bit of coagulated egg white on top.
I feel like whatever is playing in the background is gonna give me a copyright, not a copyright strike, but like when I did the check when I'm posting the video, uploading the video. I don't know. Who cares?
Last but not least,
you not
we
to
have
do
the
it.
most straightforward instruction ever. Takis dipped in Nutella. Somehow every struggle meal episode ends with a bag of Takis. But as a wise man
Every struggle meal episode? So this nigga just be doing this. I thought this was just a one-time thing.
once said,
I would like to talk to you. She on the phone.
for such simple instructions, let's get straight into the trying it and rating it 1 through 10. While my body is confused, but my mind is pleased. The Nutella kinda masks the pungent flavors from the Taki seasonings and mellows it out with the creaminess. Combined together, it makes the Taki smoother and the Nutella more exciting. 9 out of 10. This is kinda life-changing. Is that why Leon dyed his hair Taki color? Cause I'm thinking about doing the same thing. I offered some to my roommate, but got rejected. You probably wouldn't believe me either, so why don't you try it for yourself?
Now I'm not gonna lie, I've ate some questionable things. Like, and when I say that, I'm talking about like mixture of food. I've ate some questionable mixtures of food, but nah, I feel like that's crazy. Out of everything that I've ate, that's crazy. That's actually crazy.
Anyways, it's always great to test out your recipes. Makes me realize everybody's so creative. I apologize that I couldn't review everybody's submissions. We'll do more of these videos in the future. These creative struggle meals aren't just about saving money or
And there's no way that's a struggle meal because first of all, Takis isn't a meal. That's a snack. That's just some fat shit.
struggling. I see them as all of your innate ability to make the best of a bad situation or find joy within the harshness of life. As I said it before, remember the most important part of a struggle meal is to eat it with a heart full of hope. Alright, thank you.
Facts, though. Shit. Struggle meals I remember eating when I was younger. One time I had 2 pieces of bread, put some syrup on it, and put some cornflakes on it. I ain't gonna lie though, I'll still do that. That shit was fire. I guess I don't like calling ramen a struggle meal because like it can be, but it's like it's just ramen. Like I don't know. I don't know. You just get it. You can't afford anything. Anyways, other than that, hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to this video or just enjoyed the video in general. If you guys did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm grinding this shit, man. I'm gonna keep posting videos. It's fun. I enjoy reacting to these videos, and I'm gonna just keep going, bruh. So do me that favor. Boom, boom, boom. All right, y'all have a good day or night. I don't know.